CGCP2919 by Chesthetica. This is a fairly complicated looking position. The queen on e7 is being attacked by the rook. That rook is defended by the black queen. The rook on d3 is being attacked by the knight. So if knight captures rook, queen captures rook, and the queen still defends the rook on g7, so it's not really a good idea, I suppose. In terms of material, black is actually ahead. So exchanging material is not a good idea, I think. What about something like rook to b2 check, king to c4, queen to e5, queen to d4, rook to c1 check, rook to c3, rook captures rook check, queen captures rook check, knight captures queen. Black is just buying time now, knight to b3 check, king to a4, bishop to d7 check, king to a3, bishop to c6, queen to e2 check, king to d4, knight to c2 check. White is using all these pieces. King captures knight, just sacrifice that knight, why not? Rook to b3, mate. So you can force a mate in 10 moves, but a lot could go wrong if you don't get it exactly right. Now you're probably not going to believe what the actual solution is, but I'm going to show you anyway. So there were some other variations, a mate in 6, but the best solution, and this is what I wanted to show you, is a mate in 5, which is the unbelievable queen to e4. It's not a check, it's just offering up the queen. The queen was being attacked by the rook, and now it moves to e4, giving itself up to the knight instead. How about that? Okay, how does this work exactly? Let's see what happens if black doesn't capture the queen. Let's say c6, rook to b2 mates, or even queen captures rook and that's mate. What about c4, rook to b2 mates? What about queen to d4? What about that? Well, here surprisingly, white could capture the queen, and after black recaptures with the pawn, knight to c5 is mate. White could also just capture the rook here. If queen to c3, either rook or queen captures the queen with mate, and if queen captures queen, here knight captures c5 with a royal fork and a mate. Okay, but I digress. White offered the queen on e4 to the knight, let the knight capture it. Okay, now things need to be played precisely. As you can see from the analysis, if white gets this wrong, there are no more mates. Rook to b1 check. Okay, a full queen has just been sacrificed. White was already down in material and now he sacrifices a queen in addition to all that. The king only has one square. And here, rook to a2 check. Yes, you are not imagining things. White is now sacrificing a rook as well. So white was down in material, sacrificed the queen, and now sacrificed another rook. Just look at the material on the board now. White has a rook, 2 knights and a pawn. Black has a queen, 2 rooks, knight, bishop and 2 pawns. But it doesn't matter because rook to b2 check. Now if king to a3 or even king to a1, knight to c2 checkmates. Let's just see what happened here one more time. Queen to e4. Unbelievable. You might have to be a master player to have seen this. Knight captures queen, rook to b1 check, king to a3, rook to a2 check, another sacrifice, king captures rook, rook to b2 check, and king to a1 or a3, followed by knight to c2 checkmate. White doesn't capture a thing. Instead, he sacrifices a full queen and a full rook, despite already being down in material. Not bad for an original computer composition, wouldn't you say?